Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, and as always, huge massive thank you for the support. So I'm coming back with my last little play with this Unicorn Dreams, and this is the Magically Moonlit one, which is very much sort of teal and black, sort of beautiful white flowers there, and then you've got that sort of white text, white and I suppose it's faded out grey or brown text there in the background with the flowers onto the black, and the beautiful unicorn with this beautiful headpiece. Looks like it should be like diamante or something like that. So that's what we're going to have a little play with today. So I have been having a little tweak on the template, so I'm going to bring you another stepper card in today, and I'm going to put this template on Facebook and Pinterest, same way I did before. And this one we're going to turn into a stepper card with a side panel. Okay, so let's pop it to the side and let's bring in a piece of card. And as always with these, I'm going to start with my trimmer, and I'm going to put this in up to the 3-inch mark, and then I'm going to move my blade down to the 1-inch mark, and I'm going to cut all the way down to the 9, like so. And then we can pop that out and put this trimmer away for a little minute, and we'll bring in the scoreboard. Okay, so I'm going to have, let me pick which side is the whitest card, that side. Okay, so I'm going to be scoring at, actually if I do it the other way around it's going to be easier for me, because then my score's going to be on the right side. So this is the wrong side that I've got facing me. So I'm going to score at 1, at 2, at 4. I'm going to go all the way across at 6. And then just because I've got the smaller board, I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to score at 3. If you've got the bigger board, you'll do it at 9. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 4, 6 and 9. Okay, let's move that out of the way, and just as with the other ones, just ease this into place. So I think it's easiest to do that middle one first of all. So just give that a good burnish down. Okay, and then we can come in and just ease these into where we want them to go, just like so, and like so, and you're going to end up with a side stepper panel like that. I'm calling it a side stepper panel. It might just be a side stepper, but just give those a good burnish down, and that is going to be the formation of the base of our card. Oh yeah, well, it's not that way if I don't knock it. Okay, so now we can look at doing some panels. So we can bring our trimmer back in, and I'm going to be using some of this glitter card today. It's Crafter's Companion, and it's not quite silver. It's got a blue tinge to it. It came out of a blue set, so I haven't got any of the hunky dory glitter paper glitter card left, so that is on my list of supplies that I need. Okay, so this panel here is going to be 3 by 6, so I'm going to cut that 2 notches under the 3, and again 2 notches under the 6. Super predictable I am. And that should fit quite nicely on there. And then this one is going to be 1 by 3, or you could do a long one that goes all the way along. Okay, let me just trim it so I can pop a piece in and go 2 notches under the 3, because all of these are going to be 3 inches long. So let's pop that to the side, we don't need that. I'm trapping my t-shirt in it again, I need to breathe in. I'm obviously getting chubbier. So let's start with the back one first of all. So that is going to be, I believe, 3 again. Yep. So that's 3 by 3. So on there, so I'm going to go 2 notches under the 3 on that one. And that should fit quite nicely into there. Yep. And then this next one should be 2 by 3. So we're going to go 2 notches under the 3. So that's 2 notches under the 2 and 2 notches under the 3. That one should fit in there. I'm still not sure whether to do one little one there or whether to do one long one. Let's do a little one. It's only a little bit of glitter card. I can always use it for cutting out butterflies if I change my mind. So this is going to be 2 notches under the 1. Again, we've got that other little piece left over there, and we'll keep that for another day. Okay, so now I just need to bring in my cardstock. So the one that I'm going to be using is this one. Okay, so I'm going to start by cutting that at what I normally would, which would be 4 notches under the 6. And to the side. So this piece here, we know that is 3, so we need to be 2 3/4. I'm just going to go with a plain black on that side because we're going to have our topper on there. Or yeah, I did have an idea of using the other bit, didn't I? That was my original plan, was to pop him on instead. Right, let me come back, let me change that up. I know I've cut that piece, but it's fine. So I'm going to cut this at 2 3/4, and it is going to take some of that foiling off, but not too much that we can't use it on another sheet. So that's there, and then this needs to be 5 3/4. So let me take a little bit off his feet, because if we can, I'd like to keep some of that archway in, or as much of that archway as we can. And 5 3/4. So, and then that is going to go onto there, like so. Okay, we'll come back to this here. So this should be 4 notches under the 3, and it is, so we need a piece that's going to be 2 3/4. Want a piece to be 1 3/4. So there we go, we need to be nearer the 2, and then we need to be 3/4, which is going to be there. Hoping that stays still. Okay, now I'm just going to check these pieces. I think they are going to be fine. I'm just going to go on to there. Yeah, okay, so let's get rid of that bit. I'm going to pop those bits to the side. I've still got a decent chunk on that piece of card there that can still be used. I think that would probably go on a 5 by 5 easy. Yeah, I probably would still get away with a 6 by 6 if I did a bigger border. So that's fine. Let me pop that out of the way. Pop that side. There's less stuff that side, and we can start to assemble this. So my glues I'm going to be using the normal ones, so Kalau All-Purpose in this clear dispenser, and the Kalau Tacky Glue in this one. It's just got a bit of glue on the top. Yeah, just get rid of that. Sorry, that's Henry having a little bark. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this sorted. So My original thinking when I did think about this card was that if I'm using this piece here as a main piece on it, then obviously I don't need quite so many of the toppers, so it's sort of a way of being quite economical with my cardstock in my head anyway. Do I want to put a little bit of ribbon on there? Would that teal go with it quite nicely? Let's just check. No, it's the wrong kind of colour. No, we'll leave it. So I have gradually been bringing more stuff down, sort of slowly getting more organised. Such a slow process, mainly because you find things that you didn't know you had, which is always a joy. Like those little card candies that I used the other day. I found the base to my circle cutter, I think it's a Martha Stewart one. And I think I do know where the blade is. I think it's in one of my other little storage bags. I'm hoping I didn't get any all-purpose glue on the glitter, but I'm not going to rub it in case I did. Let's just keep that as it is. So the all-purpose glue, it does have an alcohol content to it, so which is why it works so well and it's set so hard. But it can take the finishes off some cardstock. So things like your glitter card, your adorable scoreable sometimes. I mean, obviously it depends on how much you put on there and stuff, but yeah, and your mirror card as well. It can sort of blunt the finish on it if you try and wipe it away. So if you do think you've got some on there, then just leave it to dry. It will dry clear, and you won't damage your cardstock. Just move you over just a little bit. Come on. There we go. I think that's going to be fine. So let's just go ahead and put these pieces on. Somebody was asking me the other day how many, I think it was Margaret actually, how many cards I have got to with my card challenge. So I think I'm now coming up about 100. I know that when I started making the card, or when I sort of said that I was going to do these 500 cards, my 2024 Hunky Dory cards, so that's just that I've made in 2024, not that they've been released in 2024. There was 61 cards in there before I started, so I'm discounting those. So it's just the way that I can keep an eye on the total. I think I'm probably going to end up having to go to 1,000 because it's only been what, about 3 or 4 weeks and I've already done nearly 100, and I don't want it to be an easy challenge. I want it to be like a stretch. So here's all our little layers on, so you can see that looks quite nice as it is. Okay, so yeah, but yeah, I'm coming up on 100, so I'm quite chuffed with that. I've done quite well. So yeah, definitely quite happy with that. Okay, so let's have a little look and see what we want to use. So these steps, they're perfect for smaller things, but they don't have to be completely smaller things. I think I probably could get away with his mate on the corner, on the top there. So because we've got 3 inches, it's quite a nice size, you know. And then I think, don't know if, let's go with, and especially for you, you could pop this one coming up on the corner, and then maybe a little bit of that border. If I grab my knife, I'll just chop that one out. And before I did my video today, I was watching Vianney. I don't know if any of you guys watch Vianney. I know Kathy does, because I saw her comment on there. But yeah, she did a video or there was a video today on Hunky Dory. She's got a delivery from them with the free gift, and she got the little animals, the little forest animal ones. Something wood, is it? Yeah, she got that Mactastic one. Yeah, that's fine. And she got, what else did she got? She got something else as well. Yeah, I know. Sorry, just having a little drink of my Coke helps me think. She got the magazine with the star signs. I think it was about 3 magazines ago, maybe. She got that magazine with the additional foiled card kit. And did she get the inserts? The papers? Oh, and she got stamps, I think, as well. But yeah, she was doing a little video on that, so that was really cool to see today. Nice. Sorry guys, the video did cut out a little bit there. All I've done is I've stuck the panel down, stuck that little bit of border on there, that tag on there, and then I've just put some of those Aurora Borealis sort of style gems that came from, I think they were from Dewcrafts. But that is the finished card as a side, so you've not really missed much. You've got all of the, I did check before I come back on just to make sure you've got all the measurements and everything. So yeah, it's just a little bit of decoration that you did sadly miss out on, but hopefully you'll be able to just pick up on that. And it's quite a nice way to use the when you've got a piece of card that's got a sort of smaller image on the side, rather than picking it out as a topper or putting it on a larger sort of size card. It's quite nice to make it a feature of the card in this way. You could go ahead and stick some little bits of glitter on. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to keep it quite pared back really, but yeah, that is that side easel, and it stands lovely, as you can see. That is that side easel done. So I'm just going to just clear the decks a little bit and we'll get set up for card number 2. Okay, so for card number 2, I'm going to do sort of like a diorama style card. So the first thing I want to do is just take this 6x12 piece of cardstock and just cut it in half. So I've got 2 pieces of 6x6, so I still want it to go in a 6x6 envelope. So let's pop that to the side for a second, and I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, and I'm going to score at 1 inch and a half inch, and then I'm going to score at 4.5 inch and then 5 inch, and then I'm going to do that on the other one as well. So 1.5, 4.5, 5. So basically I've got 1 inch, half an inch, that's going to be 3 inches, half an inch and an inch. Okay, so let's pop that down and we can go ahead. These look like really tiny pieces of card now. But we're just going to go ahead and score those over. So you're just doing a sort of mountain and valley fold. And again, you can do this bigger if you want to. Maybe go to a piece of 8x8 and do 1 inch and half inch, or 1.5 inches and an inch, whatever sort of size depth you want to go. Okay, so I'm just giving those a good burnish down. So when it's finished, it's going to stand just about like so. But what we're going to do is glue those together, so it will stand like kind of like a small box by the time we've finished. Okay, so I'm not going to do any decorating on the inside. If you wanted to, you could go ahead and use a die to cut an aperture, put something on the inside. I'm just using that for stability. If you didn't want to do it this way, what you could do is just do one piece like this, and then bring in your card blank, and then, oh no, you wouldn't be able to because it wouldn't fit right. Well, you'd have to do a 5x5 card blank and just pop it on. Okay, but we're doing it as a freestanding sort of piece. So an insert panel would go on the back. I'm not going to show you how to do that. It's just a piece of cutting a piece that's going to be 3 by 6, or a matting layer for 3 by 6 inches, and then that will go on onto the back there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is no, I'm not going to squash that out because that will make it worse. So I'm going to use my all-purpose glue on here. You can use red liner tape if you want to. That will give you a quick stick. I'm going to match that up. So just going edge to edge. And then what I'm going to do is bring in my little tweezers. That's going to hold that for me. And then I'm going to put some glue on this other panel here. And ideally you'd let the other side dry before you try and glue this second piece. But just in the interest of getting this going, I've got one of those little clips there. Don't ask me where I got these clips from because I have no idea. They are quite hard on the paper, to be honest with you, so I don't like using them quite so much, but that will hold that in position while we work on our layers. Okay, so let's bring our trimmer back in. Put it around the right way. No, it was the right way. And do I want to use, yeah, we could use this glitter card again. We might as well use it up. So let's see what length is that there. So let's take that to 2 notches under 6. Just taking a little slither off. How good this trimmer is, look. Nice and even. So I want a piece that's going to be 2 notches under 1, and I'm going to want 2 of those for those sides. Actually, let's do it the other way. So 2 notches under 1. And 2 notches under 1 for the other side. And then this centre piece is 3 inches, so we need to be 2 notches under the 3. And that should fit quite nicely onto there. I think that's fine. And I'm just checking those, they should be fine as well. Okay, so we've got a nice piece there left over, so this doesn't take quite a lot of cardstock, which is nice. And then I'm going to come back in with this one, I think. And again, I'm going to cut it down to what I would normally use. That's 4 notches under the 6. So I've got a nice long panel there that I can use. And I'm going to take 3/4 of an inch from there. So that's going to be one of my sides. And then I'm going to turn it around with this foiled piece. And I'm going to take 3/4 of an inch for that second piece on the other side. And then I think I'm just gonna, no, I'm gonna save that other foil bit. So 2 3/4. So I've still got another decent piece there. And this is going to go onto there quite nicely, and we'll hope. Yes. Okay, so that is all of our sides. Okay, so this should hopefully be glued enough to play with now. And you can see it stands up quite nicely on its own. And it will, if I manoeuvre it left and right, it will fold down to go into, well, I'd still put it in a 6 by 6 envelope, to be honest. But that is what we are working with. Okay, so let's go ahead with these layers. So this one first of all. And so if you wanted to get a true 6 by 6, you would be using these same measurements. You would have a 7 by 6 piece of card. So you'd have to use some of your A4 unless you've got 7 by 7 card blanks to sort of 7 by 7 card blanks or something to hand that you can chop up a little bit. And that should still fold down to a 6x6 envelope. Okay, so let's pop that on. I was really dithering about what sort of card to do today, because I really wanted to do a fun fold, one of the fun folds that I've done before, which is a corner pop-up sort of fun fold. I think I did it actually on the astrological stars one with a magazine. I think I did, that was the last time I did it on video. But this kit doesn't really warrant that really. So I had to, and then because I had that, you know, like when you get that single-mindedness, when you think, oh, that is what I want to do, that is what I want to do, and then your brain doesn't let you think about anything else. That was me today. But in the end, I thought, well, I haven't done one of these for a very long time, so I thought, well, we'll do this. So I think it's going to turn out okay, so it'll be fine. It's going to be nice because the topper's going to be quite proud of it as well, so. I mean, if you wanted to keep it as a box, you could actually make a drawer to go inside with a treat. You know, sort of make it into a proper like box. But that wasn't what I was thinking today. So what's the time? I don't think I've seen my email from Hunky Dory yet saying what's on next week. Do you kind of look forward to that coming on a Sunday? Tell me, give me the heads up what I got to look forward to. So let's bring these toppers in, let's have a little look. Let's see, so we've got this one or that one. I think I'm going to go with this one because it's got the same flowers on. So we'll keep it all going together. Come on then. Oh, I'm on a sentiment as well. We'll go for a small one. Again, it's got those little flowers on. Birthday wishes. That's what we want to see. So let's pop this out. I don't know if you can hear the neighbours, they're playing in the garden. I think they're chucking the kids out a bit more because one of them, one of her son, she's only got one son, is having another little baby, so and his other child is like 11 now apparently. I didn't know she was 11. Seems like yesterday he had her, do you know what I mean? But yeah, so he's having another one, and that was any day. That's the other day they told my sister. So yeah, so I think they, and also as soon as the weather's nice they chuck the kids in the garden anyway. Or grandchildren, not her kids, but that's why you might hear them a little bit more over the next few videos. So okay, so when I'm thinking about my foam pads, because I want that to be raised, I want this to be raised, and then I am going to use this and pop this in, I think. And so I need to just put my foam pads basically on this sort of arched bit here, and I am going to be using, sorry that just popped up a little bit, the 1mm pads, again not going super high on these. Just pop that on there. We'll just trim that one down. And we just take that one and pop it in half. So I don't know if there's anything on the TV today because there wasn't last weekend apart from Britain's Got Talent. So if that is the case today, I'm going to be back in my craft room by 8 o'clock, having another little play. Doing quite well using up these bits, so using started using the bits that I don't use when I'm crafting on video, and then just working my way back through the kits really. And this, yeah, there's flowers at the top, so just keep that and about there, and you can't see any pads, so that's brilliant. Just make sure, so if it just folds up a little bit, then just give it a little press down. That's just going to make that pop a little bit more. This one, actually we'll put this one in next. I'm just going to use tacky glue on here, just because it's got the finer nib. It's going to be easier to get that glue over it. And I did, do you remember I said that I ordered a little glue bottle from Temu. I've been buying some storage bullets from him actually lately, and I ordered it. I'll show you, it's like too tiny for me to use. Look how tiny it is, like seriously. I mean the nib's lovely because it's about the same size as what I have, but like, and I love this. I might take this off and put it on my other bottle because it's like that silicone. So I do love the nib on it. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. So next time, I did look at where I got it from, but they only do that size. So I'm going to have to try maybe another one. And I might whip that lid off because it's only under the neck. So I'm assuming it would probably still fit on the other bottle I've got here. And because the heads keep coming off the pins that I've been using, so I've just got like a dangerous spike coming out of them, which is great. But I've had them a while, so nothing lasts forever, does it? Not even in crafting. Unless you're thinking about scrapbooks, in which case they pretty much do, as long as you use the right glue. There we go. So I've just taken all of these backs off. Come on now, they want to come off. And then just popping some tacky glue on just to give me a bit of wiggle room time. It just means that if I pop it down and it's not quite in the right place, it does give me at least one opportunity to take that off, or sometimes even just nudge it into place. There we go, so we've got that one on there, and then we just need to work out where we want to pop this, and of course I am going to put some stones on. And whether I want to pop that on there so that comes off there. Let's see. Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm going to pop a little bit of a square on. So let's just cut a square a bit smaller here. So we need to be as far over to this side as we can. A little bit of glue, again, just to give me that bit of wiggle room time. And then that's going out the top. I might come back in with these again. I might have another little pop of them. Bear with me just 2 seconds. Put those ones as well. And crinkle, I'm so sorry. Maybe those ones. Those are more clear, sparkly than Aurora. But let's go with those because there's more of them. And I think what I'm going to do is just, if I take these little tiny ones and pop them onto these little swirls. I've got any more? Yes, I've got. Oops. There you are, double. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one hiding there. Could do some more of these really. Right, hold on just 1 second. Okay, so I didn't find another sheet of those, but I did find this little pot of Timu gems, or they might be AliExpress, and they're exactly the same. So, but the only thing is they're not a self-adhesive, so it means I can fill this whole border up. Just need to pop little bits of glue on those swirls. Actually, I don't need that one. I need my green one. So I'm just going to pop those, and these may be just the tiniest fraction bigger, so I just have to see where I put the glue, but it is just tiny, teeny tiny fraction bigger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm just going to pop another bit there, 2, and we'll go one more here. There we go. So that way I know there's an odd amount. You know how I feel about odd amounts. I'm quite weird about it, to be fair. But that's there, so that's got that little bit of sparkle on. And then what I think I'm going to do, just to tie it in together, even though there's no, well there is actually, there's swirls on the actual pattern. I'm just going to put 3 on that corner. Oops, just do that. And pop those on, and then I can just manoeuvre them into place if they're not quite straight. Yeah, it needs to just go up just a tiny little bit. That one needs to go over. Yep, I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's just pop that back in there, and I'll put my little triangle tray over there. Don't know quite where that's come from, but that's fine. We've shut that one up. Okay, so that is my finished little card. Like I say, it will fold flat. I'm not going to press it down because it will squash those gems out of position. Or you can make a box for it, maybe even put an insert box in there, use it as just a gift box. There's an idea rather than giving it as a card. So that is our card for today. That's that one. And then there's that first one we did with that side fold. Like I say, I will put that template up on, sorry, a little bit of glue there. I will put the template up on Facebook and Pinterest. So please take it, use it if you want to. It's really just a variation on the one I did the other day. You know, just that you've only got to do one cut. But the folds are in exactly the same place. So if you've managed to do that other one, then this one will be a piece of cake. This one probably is slightly easier in that there's only one cut. So if you were a bit wary about trying that one, then maybe this one might be slightly easier for you. But it's there, you know, it's free. I'm not charging for anything like that. It's just a little bit of inspiration. Please do take it and use it if you can. But that's it for today. Next time, coming back with the latest magazine with that nautical kit, which is matte-tastic and beautiful. So I'm going to be having a good play with that next week, using up all the toppers as best I can. And then after that, I'm not sure. So it depends on what comes up this week. There might be something I fall in love with this week. but there has been a couple of things in the past. I might even just get a few toppers out of a few different sets, like maybe the fuchsia from the decollage set, maybe one or two from the bird set, just to sort of have a little play with some elements of the kit without buying the whole kit. But like I say, we'll see what comes up this week. But for in terms of me crafting and playing, it's going to be the magazine. So thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Happy crafting. Bye bye.